seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real, I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day I pick it up to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say I love you, but keep it. Look on my eye, cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Mixon last week, 20 carries, 105 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins,
26 yards.
And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Off play action, Richardson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Will Anderson.
What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They'll run here with a rookie.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud.
This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans are able to widen their advantage.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And the Texans will take over. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run with Boone here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Again, they're going to go with Boone. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check, check. Fresno. Smash.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Panther 60. Alert.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Texans are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Tank Dell,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts get a bit closer. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it makes the score 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second down, here's Richardson.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Richardson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
On first down, Richardson.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. And Richardson looks to throw once more.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
From the shotgun, Richardson got his man, Dell. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the short.
Touchdown, Colts! Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Check, crunch, 19-18.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we reach halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with fun.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Richardson. That one out wide and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run with Mixon, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon.
That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Richardson to throw.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Will Anderson
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown!
A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Inside the 20, Jonathan Taylor.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to at least get one score back. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
He sets to fire deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Check that, check that. Ready,
A handoff, running left, Mixon.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Mixing up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
19,
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson connecting over the middle with Downs.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. And this taken in by Downs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here Richardson yet again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Richardson. They'll find Everett there, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Taylor is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Back to throw. Richardson
toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he has.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Again, that's Watkins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Richardson to the air on 1st down. A little short pass. This is Everett. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Richardson. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Ready. Check back 33. Check pass. Three. Go. Hey, check back 33. Check back.
Stroud looking to throw.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
One last shot for Richardson.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.